What's good, YouTube? You know who it is. Chris Jones, representing Pump Chasers. Alright, before we begin, ladies, we just released 3 new tank tops on pumpchasers.com. Okay, so that's 5 pair of leggings, and we have 5 tank tops for you. Go to pumpchasers.com. Be sure to check that out. Let me know what you think. Get you about 30 of them bitches. Fellas, the Fitted Grind for Life hoodies will be available Friday night. I thought we would have them in store by Thursday night, but we gotta count them and all kinds of shit that they came in all unorganized, so we gotta count them, make sure everything's legit, and we will have them in the store for you Friday night. We're gonna have the gray ones and we're gonna have the navy blue ones for you. So for the ones that happen to give a fuck, Friday night, go to pumpchasers.com, get you one of these fitted hoodies. Be sure to tag me on Instagram. Let me know how you're looking. I love getting pictures from my people. Alright, so here it is, guys. A long due Ask Beastmode show. So let's get on to the show. Before we begin, you should already know any, and I mean any, disrespectful comments will get you blocked. Do not talk shit to these awesome guests that we have came to the show. Okay, they didn't come here for no disrespect. They came here for my opinion. Okay? Secondly, if you want to be on the show, be sure to send your email to askbeastmode@hotmail.com. Yes, I said fucking Hotmail. I still use Hotmail, and I love Hotmail, and I'm not going to stop using Hotmail. I do read your comments. I like Hotmail. Okay? I don't fucking like Gmail. I like Hotmail. Alright, and that's it. We have 3 guests for you. Yes, 3 guests. So, let's get on with the show. Here's the first guest.
Yo, Chris Jones, representing for Zeke's of greatness. Holla back at your boy. Listen, man, it's your boy K Hill, man. Hey, I'm a long-time supporter of the channel. I've tried pre-OG. I rock with it. I really do rock with it. It's in my top 3 pre-workouts. I'm thinking about trying the wrist wraps. But anyway, man, just a question. If calories in versus calories out is all that matters to lose weight, why do people choose to intermediate fast or don't eat carbs in the morning but eat carbs after you work out? Like, will that make a difference? Say, okay, here's a better way to explain it. Say I'm eating 2,000 calories a day, right? 2,000 calories a day at 300 protein, 100 carbs, 45 grams of fat. That's 2,000 calories. Will it make a difference if I ate each meal with the same macros? In the morning, it was 50 protein with 20 carbs, 10 fat. That was each meal, right? Will my physique look different if I follow that method versus still eating 2,000 calories, but don't eat no carbs in the morning, save all of my carbs for a post-workout in the afternoon? Will it make a difference? That's really my question. Does calories versus calories out, is it all that matter, or will I lose extra fat by being in a calorie deficit and applying something like intermediate fasting or carb backloading to my calorie deficit? That's my main question. My name is K Hill, Erie, PA, small hood. Hey, man, you got a lot of real people representing you, man. It's not just, you know, internet people and trolls. I'm from a real city, a real place, and you my getaway, man. When I'm stressed out or some shit, I go on YouTube, watch one of your videos, and for that time span, I'm not thinking about life's problems. You know what I mean? I'm just zoned out, and I get motivated off you, man. So shout out to y'all, man. Real rap. And Denise seemed like a good ass girl, dude. Keep on doing your thing, man. My Twitter, KHILL100. Follow me, man. At least let me get that plug in, you know. Anyway, stay up, stay blessed. Thanks for answering the question if you choose to answer it. Go on.
All right, my brother, first and foremost, thank you for sending your video in. As you may or may not know, without your videos, we cannot have us a show. And he asked a very good question, which is why I use his video. Okay, pretty much his question is, let's say you're on a diet, right? You're taking in 1,700 calories, 1,800 calories, 2,000 calories, whatever the fuck calories you're taking, right? And that puts you in a calorie deficit to lose weight. Does it really matter if you have your carbs late at night? Does it really matter if you have 4 meals a day, 5 meals a day? Does it really matter if you do intermittent fasting? Does that really make a fucking difference? And I'm gonna have to say, long story short, without going on and on about the shit, at the end of the day, guys, it's all about consistency. Being consistent. Like you just said, being at 2,000 calories is gonna put you in a deficit. And that's all that really matters. You know, you're on a 2,000 calorie diet, that puts you in a deficit. You stay on that diet for an extended period of time, you know, making adjustments here and there as you hit plateaus. Then yeah, you're gonna reach your goal. Now I will say this, you know, I've never done intermittent fasting myself, but I have had quite a few clients that have done it. You know, I'll pretty much give them their macros, I'll give them the routine to stick with, and they'll, you know, incorporate intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting, also known as lean gains, it's pretty much when you go 16 hours without eating. I know that sounds like a long ass time, but keep in mind, the time that you sleep goes towards your 16 hours. So if you sleep 10 hours a day and you wake up, you only have 6 more hours to fast. So, you know, you go 16 hours without food, and then you have an 8-hour small window to get all your meals in. That's pretty much what intermittent fasting is. And pretty much, based off what I read from several sources, intermittent fasting has some great benefits. You know, it can boost your natural GH. Not only that, it can really help with insulin sensitivity. That's a real great thing for burning fat, you know, insulin sensitivity. So you got insulin sensitivity, you got the natural GH boosting effects. Not only that, how many of y'all have tried hitting macros? I've had this problem quite a few times in my early stages of tracking macros. Pretty much, let's say you gotta hit 200 grams of protein a day, you gotta hit 300 grams of carbs and about 55 grams of fat, right? You wake up at about 8 o'clock in the morning. By the time you get to about 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night, you've already hit all your macros for the day, and you're gonna be up for at least 3 or 4 more hours. How many of you have been in that situation where you've pretty much run out of macros and you have no more food left to eat, but you're hungry? Well, obviously, if you do intermittent fasting and you only have an 8-hour window to eat your food, you probably won't have that problem anymore, because 8 hours is not a very long time. And if you gotta hit 2,000 calories, 2,200 calories, you're gonna feel like you're getting a buffet every fucking day. So I will say it's beneficial for GH. It's beneficial for insulin sensitivity. It's very beneficial for people who have trouble, you know, going to bed hungry. You know, you hit your macros too early and you need more hours to eat. Definitely beneficial for you. You won't have that problem anymore with the small eating window. If anything, the problem will be you're not getting all your food in, because 8 hours is not a very long time, especially if you have a job. Okay, and another benefit is less insulin spikes. As you know, spiking insulin does feed fat cells. So if you're eating 5 meals a day with protein and carbs or whatever, you are spiking your insulin about 5 times a day. Obviously, if you're doing intermittent fasting and you have a small 8-hour window to eat, you may eat 2 or 3 times a day. That's less insulin spikes. So less insulin spikes. You know, you won't have a problem not getting all your food in. You won't have to go to bed hungry. GH production and insulin sensitivity. Those are great benefits. But I will say, even though those are great benefits, at the end of the day, it's all about consistency. Now, you got to be honest with yourself. Can you do this every day? You know, let's say you got to diet 15 weeks. Can you do this for 15 weeks? If the answer is no, don't fuck with it. Me personally, I don't do that shit. I space my meals 5 times a day. I stay consistent and I get results. The majority of my clients, about 85% of them, they do it just like me. They split their meals up at about 4 to 5 meals a day. They keep it consistent and they get results. I will say intermittent fasting may give you a 5, maybe 10% advantage. In my opinion, that's not really a huge fucking difference. 5 to 10%, it's not a huge difference. At the end of the day, just be consistent, you know, and you should be fine. So I hope that answers your question, man. You know, at the end of the day, yes, intermittent fasting does have some benefits, you know, according to several studies. But at the end of the day, it's not a huge fucking difference. It's not gonna make or break you. You know, let's just say, for an example, you have 10 pounds to lose, and doing it the old-fashioned way, you know, 4 to 5 meals a day, you may get done in 10 weeks. Well, intermittent fasting, you may get done in maybe 8 or 9 weeks. So it's not a huge, big fucking deal. I personally not gonna go 16 hours without food every day just for an extra week off my diet, you know. But it's up to you. I gave you the information. I gave you my opinion. It's up to you to do what's best for you, my man. And that's it, man. Let's go ahead and get to the next question from this young lady right here.
Hey Chris, my name's Natalie. I'm from Florida. Just wanted to say I love your channel and appreciate all the videos that you put up for us. My question is basically diet based. I just started training about 10 months ago and I've lost 40 pounds since then. It's been difficult the last few months to consistently keep losing weight. The last 8 weeks I've lost about 6 pounds, so not a pound a week. I am 5'2", 119 pounds. I currently take in 1,300 calories a day, 130 grams of protein, 114 grams of carbs, and 36 grams of fat. And I do 30 minutes of low intensity cardio 3 times a week. What I want to know is whether my progress is normal or whether it's pretty slow, and whether I can do anything to make my progress faster. My second question is, a lot of people tell me that I should be focusing on building more muscle and not cutting. I really wanted to focus on being at a body fat percentage that I'm comfortable with before I focus on building more muscle. I do want to get bigger. I do want to add more size, but I want your opinion on whether I should focus on cutting and leaning down or whether I should focus on building more muscle. So the top picture is from me 8 weeks ago and the bottom picture is from me now. Thanks.
All right, so first and foremost, Natalie, thank you for your video. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this the first woman on the Ask Beastmode show? Is this the first? I'm not quite sure. I think this might be the first woman, but regardless, thank you for sending your video, Natalie. Let's go ahead and answer your question. First and foremost, let's go ahead and give you a nice round of applause for losing that 40 pounds in about 10 months. That's not bad. Pretty damn good progress. I wish at the end of the video you would have gave us how you looked at the start and how you look now. You showed a picture from how you looked 8 weeks ago. You only lost 6 pounds, so I really don't expect to see a crazy difference. You know, I would have loved to see week 1. Then I would have liked to see how you looked 8 weeks ago, and then how you look now. That would have been great. But regardless of the fact, you still made great progress. 40 pounds is a lot of fucking weight. I remember how I looked when I lost 40 pounds. Which brings me to my point. Now, you said you were on 1,300 calories, and you've been doing 3 days of cardio for 30 minutes, and you pretty much reached a point where you're still losing weight, but you're losing it very slowly. You want to keep it at about a pound a week. So all you pretty much need to do is just take your cardio from about, 3 days, bump it up to about 5 days. Instead of 30 minutes, go to 40 minutes. So pretty much go from 3 days of cardio, 30 minutes, to about 5 days of cardio, 40 minutes. No big deal. And you can instead, your carbs are already pretty fucking low. They're at about, you said 119 grams of carbs a day. That's pretty fucking low. I really don't want to see you at no 75 grams of carbs a day, especially because you're a beginner, so I would probably suggest carb cycling. Or fuck it, if you're a bad motherfucker, take it to 75 grams of carbs a day and make sure you have a refeed every week. Those are some low fucking carbs. But to be 100% honest with you, you asked for my opinion, that's what I did. You know, you want to keep the weight loss going, up the cardio, 5 days, 40 minutes, take the carbs down to about 75. Don't touch the fats, don't touch the protein, and make sure you have at least one refeed every week, no matter what. Because those are some low fucking carbs, especially considering you're a beginner. Now, I just told you what to do, how to keep the fat loss going, but let me be 100% honest with you, okay? Now, I got my calculator here. You're 119 pounds, so I'll round it off to 120, okay? So you're 120 pounds, taking in 1,300 calories a day, okay? So 120. You're taking in about times 11 your body weight. That is pretty low calories. Now, if you were already lean and you were just trying to get to show ready lean, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I would be like, fuck it. I've seen, you know, people trying to get ready for shows, you know, on less calories than that. So I wouldn't have much of a problem with that. But considering you're a beginner, you haven't even been in the gym a full year yet, pretty much from the time you started lifting to now, you've dedicated all that time to weight loss. You haven't took any time to build your foundation. Keep in mind, the stronger you get in the gym, the stronger your muscles get. As you put on lean muscle mass, your metabolism will go up. You know, one of the reasons why you've never seen me cry or whine or bitch about getting lean. Now, you may have seen me do videos where I'm like, man, I need a cheat meal, I'm tired of this shit, or some shit like that, but you've never once heard me say, oh, I'm trying to get lean, but I can't. That's never happened. You've never heard me say, I'm hitting a sticking point that I can't get out of. And one of the reasons is because I have muscle mass. You know, I have a good amount of muscle mass, and the more muscle mass you have, the better your metabolism, and the easier it is to cut. Like I said, you're a beginner. You need to go ahead and build that foundation. That way your cutting situation will be a lot easier. Not only that, you're at 119 pounds. I mean, you're not fat. Now, you're not, you know, bikini show ready either, but you all have been in the gym 10 months. It takes at least 2 or 3 years to get to that level. This is chapter 1 of your journey. This is not chapter 10. So don't expect overnight results. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process. Enjoy my videos for motivation every week. You know, watch other people's videos. Just embrace the lifestyle and enjoy every bit of it, because you're not going to get results overnight. I already know it's frustrating. You know, you're looking in the mirror and, you know, you're not 100% happy with how you look. You know, you want to look like this, you want to look like that, you want to get your body fat percentage, you know, you want to get your body fat percentage to a comfortable level. But let me tell you this. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you lose about 5% more body fat, you get to about 105 pounds. In my humble opinion, and I mean this in no disrespect, you won't even look good. You're just gonna look hungry than a motherfucker. You're not gonna look sexy because you're not gonna have those curves. You're not gonna have that muscle on your skeleton. You're not gonna have that skeletal muscle that you develop from weight training, because you pretty much been cutting since you started working out. You haven't taken time to, you haven't taken time to actually build that foundation of skeletal muscle to really get those curves, those, you know, that sexy feminine muscle. You know, don't be afraid of those weights. Don't be afraid to bulk. If I was your coach right now, I would probably reverse diet you, try to get you to about 1,600 calories and work our way up, you know, and put you on a strength building program, get you to about 135 pounds. Now, we're not going to do that in a month or 2 months. I like to see you at about 135 pounds in a year span. Keep in mind, even though you will put on a little body fat, even though you will gain weight, since you're a beginner, you have the option of recomping. Now, without making this video too long, recomping is pretty much where you can kind of burn fat and build muscle at the same time. The only people that can really do that are pure beginners and overweight people. Since you're practically a pure beginner, I think you have that option of recomping. And you know, we'll forget you to about 135, then we'll cut you down again and see what you're looking like. But I think you've gotten lean enough. You do not look fat. Like I said, you're not fucking bikini show ready, but you are far from fat. You look great. You lost 40 fucking pounds, and you should be proud of yourself. Now let's go to the gym, do some heavy fucking squats. Let's get those calories up from 1,300 to about 1,500 to 1,600, and maybe build it up from there. You know, let's build those glutes. Let's build them thighs. You feel me? Let's do some ab work. Let's do some rows. Let's build that body up. And then when you cut down again, you will actually have a physique under there. There's nothing worse than seeing somebody get too lean too soon and don't really have the muscle to back that up. You know, the purpose of getting lean is to reveal the physique, not to reveal skin and bones and rib cages and flat butt and all that stuff. Let's be patient. Like I said, you're at chapter 1. Do not rush to chapter 10. Enjoy this fucking journey. Alright? And that's about it, man. And one more thing too. One of the reasons why you're probably having a hard time losing weight is because you've been dieting so long. Keep in mind, the body is not meant, well, let me rephrase that. Keep in mind that your body's first objective is to survive. It doesn't give a fuck about looking good for boys or looking good for girls or trying to be in a magazine. Your body does not care about that. Your body's first objective is survival. Now let's say you're going from fucking 22, obviously if you were 40 pounds heavier, you didn't get that big eating celery sticks and fucking boiled eggs. You were eating some shit. Alright, so let's say you went from 2,500 calories a day 10 months ago. Now you're at about fucking 1,300 calories a day. Your body is, in a use for a less better word, it's in sort of, starvation type of mode. It's preserving energy. You know, it's not gonna let go of those fat cells so easily as it did when you were 40 pounds heavier. It's kind of like having money in the bank. You know, let's say for an example, I got $1 million in the bank and I got a homeboy, he's doing bad right now. He needs to borrow $1,000. I'm gonna be like, here you go, homeboy, you know, take the $1,000, pay me back when you can, right? But let's say I only got $1,500 in my account. That same homeboy needs $1,000. Well, I'm not gonna be so easy to give him that $1,000 because my money's getting tight. Long story short, your body comes off of fat easier when you have more to give. You know, the leaner you get, the longer you diet, the harder it is to come off that fat. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why your shit's slowing down. Your metabolism is slowing down. It's preserving energy. It's not gonna let go 1 to 2 pounds of fat like it did when you were on the fatter side. Now, you may lose half a pound. There may be some points where you may not lose much at all. So this is the perfect time to stop cutting, reverse diet a little bit, and let's build those calories up and try cutting again in about another year. You know, and I think you will look a whole lot better. Well, anyway, I hope that answered your question. I hope I didn't talk too much, but I like to make sure people understand where I'm coming from when I do these shows, because not only are you watching, we got people around the world watching, probably in the same scenario you're in. Well, anyway, we got one more person. Here it is.
Hey Chris, my name is Bryan Peterson and I'm from Spokane, Washington. I've been watching your videos for about a year now. I started watching last summer and you made bodybuilding look so much fun in your videos. So I decided to get into the lifestyle myself, and I can't thank you enough for getting me into this lifestyle. I have learned so much over the past year. I'm so much happier, and the things I've learned in bodybuilding have honestly carried over to other aspects of my life. Anyway, here's some posing so you can see how I'm currently looking. And just so you know, I suck at posing. So hate all you want, you know, whatever. But I'm 6 foot 2 inches tall. I'm 25 years old. I weigh about 183 to 185 pounds, and I've been bodybuilding for 1 full year now. I started bulking last summer, gained about 18 pounds over the course of a year, and then I just finished my first ever cut. It was a 12-week cut, and I went from about 207 pounds down to about 183 pounds, which I'm sitting at right now. And I'm definitely not show ready, but I would say that I'm hoe ready. I don't know. What do you think? And right now, the plan is to reverse diet into a lean gain phase. So I've already started my reverse diet. My calories are slowly going back up, but I'm also still losing a little bit of weight, which is pretty cool. So with that being said, I have a couple questions for you, Chris. First of all, I would love for you to critique my physique. What are my weak points? Do you see any muscle imbalances? Also, if I were to do a natural bodybuilding show, how many more weeks of dieting would I need to get show ready? How many more pounds would I have to lose? Going off this footage that you see. So, yeah, thank you so much, Chris. I really value your input, and I hope to hear back from you. Also, just so you know, I have a YouTube channel. My username is Bryan Peterson Fitness. So go ahead and check that out if you happen to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, thanks again, Chris. Hope you end up using this for your channel, and just can't thank you enough for getting me into this lifestyle. Really, really thank you. Anyway, that's it. Have a good one, Chris.
Alright, homies and homies. First and foremost, this guy's a real nice guy, man. I've never seen your videos before, but as soon as I turn off this camera, I'm gonna go check out a couple of your videos. You seem like a nice guy. Hopefully, you're not on that hippie shit. You up in the gym fucking shit up. I'm gonna check you out real. Bryan Peterson, I think that's his name, out of Spokane, Washington. Be sure to check this young man out. He says, I make fitness look fun. So all you fucking haters out there like talking shit, hey man, I'm inspiring people, so fuck every last one of you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You're probably wondering why I'm looking down. I got my computer right here. I'm checking out this guy's physique. So let's go ahead and get down to business. All right, so first question was critique the physique, and then the second question was how much more weight and how many more weeks would he need to lose to be show ready? Because right now, he's hoe ready. I promote hoe ready. You know, I'm not a real big fan of naturals getting show ready, but you know, I do help people get show ready if they happen to give a fuck and if that's what they want to do. But hoe ready is definitely healthy. You know, I'm about spreading health, you know. But anyway, let's get down to the point. First off, you have a great physique. I really found it hard to believe that you're 25 years old and, you know, this is your first year lifting. If you've only been lifting 1 year, you've made some crazy progress. Solid core. I wish you would have showed us a picture of how you looked before you started. But yeah, solid ab core, good ab shape. That's something genetics are given to you. You know, I have real wavy abs. My abs, they have wavy shit going around. I can't do shit about that. That's genetics. So he has great ab genetics. Core looks solid. Saw some good serratus development, some good oblique development, small waist, long torso. Looks great, man. I'm gonna have to say, as far as weak points go, keep in mind, you've only been in the gym 1 year. So we're not gonna say you need to build more size. That's obvious. You're not gonna be some huge motherfucker with 1 year lifting. Let's get on development, okay? As far as development goes, upper chest can use more development, okay? So make sure you're hitting that upper chest hard than a motherfucker, okay? And let's look at the back. As far as the back goes, you need to work on the lats. When you did front double bicep, and when you did rear double bicep, and when you did the rear lat spread, the lats were not wide enough. Obviously, you've only been in the gym a year, so let's not fucking talk shit here, people. You've only been in the gym a year, but yeah, upper chest and lat width, okay? Now the legs, for somebody with some long ass limbs, you got some pretty damn good quads, man. But when you turn to the back, you know, your upper back was nice and defined, your abs are nice and defined, but your hamstrings look soft. Okay, so that means your hamstrings are lacking development, because when you turn to the front and you flex those quads, I saw some shape in those quads. So it's obvious that the hamstrings are lacking development if they're looking that soft. So make sure you're hitting those hamstrings hard. Make sure you're hitting them stiff legs. Make sure you're fucking hitting them hamstring curls hard with good form. Don't forget to pump them bitches up. And you should be alright. So hamstrings, lat width, and upper chest. Other than that, you made some great progress. Man, I can't believe you made that much progress in 1 fucking year. So big ups to you, my man. Now, as far as being show ready. Now, believe it or not, guys, you know, there's a huge difference between being show ready and hoe ready. Okay? You know, hoe ready is pretty much, let me give y'all a good example of hoe ready, man. Hoe ready, y'all saw the movie Creed, right? You saw how Michael B. Johnson was looking. In my opinion, that is hoe ready. You know, I think anybody with that level of definition is good. There is absolutely, if you're doing this shit for women, or if you're doing this shit for your health, or just to look good, there is absolutely no need to get any leaner than that. Unless you're just doing it to challenge yourself, or for a photo shoot or some shit like that. But there's absolutely, if you're trying to get that whole ready level, absolutely no need to get any leaner than Michael B. Johnson got for that movie. He looked incredible. Now, show ready is much leaner than that. You gotta look damn near like the anatomy chart you see in the nurse's office or at a doctor appointment. You gotta see every muscle group. Every muscle group got to be defined, and you need separation between each muscle group. When you flex your fucking biceps, you need to have a line through the bicep, a line through the tricep. You got to have deep separation between the shoulders, separation between the triceps and biceps. Every muscle got to be defined. When you flex your pecs, upper and lower need to be fucking defined. I mean, you gotta look damn near like an anatomy chart. You gotta have definition in your lats, definition in your erectors. That way when you flex your lower back, it look almost like a fucking Christmas tree. You gotta have definition in your hamstrings to where you see all 3 lines in the hamstrings. I mean, you gotta be damn near like a fucking anatomy chart. And to look like that, based off of what I saw on these on this little posing video, you need to lose about 15, maybe 20 pounds to get that fucking lean. And as far as how many weeks you need to cut to get there, I have absolutely no idea. Different people cut at different rates. That's why in natural bodybuilding, most people, even the pros who are seasoned, who've been doing this shit for years, they cut about 20 to 30 weeks. You don't really see like 10-week cuts in natural bodybuilding, you know, because anything can happen in a prep. You can lose weight easily for the first 10 weeks. And like I just told that young lady on the last clip, you know, the longer you cut, you know, you risk your metabolism slowing down, and it's hard to get leaner. Once you get to the point where you're already fucking lean, it's really hard to get to that contest lean because your body does not desire to be that fucking lean. Your body needs fat. Your body wants fat. And when you get to the point where you're like going for that show ready look, your body's, it's really going to be hard to release that fat, which is why most natural pros take 20 to 30 week cuts just to ensure that they're lean enough. So I hope that helps you out, my man. You know, you're thinking about doing a show, you know, I think you'll do great at physique based off your structure. You have the nice long torso, you know, wide shoulders. All you gotta do is fill out your physique. Nice looking guy, so that gives you opportunity to do maybe some modeling or some fitness modeling in the future. As far as bodybuilding, you're gonna have to take some time to fill out your physique overall, because in bodybuilding, short guys like myself, you know, we fill out a lot more, we fill out a lot quicker, you know, so if you're a taller guy looking to do some damage in bodybuilding when you're wearing posing trunks, make sure you fill out your physique and come correct. But physique, I think you'll do great. I think in about another year, you'll be ready to try and get your feet wet in a novice show, you know, and if you want to do real bodybuilding where you're showing your legs, you know, keep in mind I'm guessing here, maybe 3 or 4 more years of hard training just to make sure you come correct with some nice full legs, you know, a nice wide back, because at the end of the day, legs and back is what wins shows. It's really hard to win a bodybuilding show if the legs and back ain't right. So thanks for sending your video, my man. Like I said, check this guy's channel out. I'm gonna go ahead and check it out, see what you got going on, man. And that's it, homies and homettes. That was 3 guests from the Ask Beastmode show. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I really enjoy making these videos. If y'all want me to do more videos, like this, send me your shit. Alright? Ladies, you saw, homegirl just came through. Don't be shy. We have respectable men like myself watching, and I will block the hippie motherfuckers. Alright? Don't forget, guys, grind for life. Fitted hoodies be in the store Friday nights. And ladies, right now, go check out those new tank tops we got for you. We got some leggings for you. We got all kinds of shit for you, alright? Don't forget to like my shit. Comment, subscribe. And holla back at your boy.